Yo, so crash bang wallop. I mean, this was pretty much self-explanatory, right? The fights for this section, they just jumped out. Like you knew what was coming here, right? My God, we have a couple for you, and it all starts off with, was it the second fight of the night? Yes, it was the second fight of the night, the featherweights, right? Muhammad Yahya against Stephen Nugent. How insane was this? This was crazy, right? Like out the gate, because I think Yahya was the sole United Emirates fighter on the card, right? I think that was the big thing with him, um, you know, and he came in, looking confident, right? He didn't seem that he was shook or anything, and he came forward threw a kick. Problem was, it was a little naked, right? Little naked. And Nugent landed a right hand that just put him down. And you're like, oh shit. Because it was hard. It was a hard shot. Plus, he's coming in. So that just makes it tougher, right? Now, mad props because Yahya got up, right? He got up, but then he gets put down again, and it felt like Nugent's right had a guided missile on it because he couldn't miss with that right hand. Man, he just kept on landing it. And for the most part, Yahya kept on going down. I forget how many times he went down in total. I think it was like 7 times. 7 times. I mean, it was over five, right? It's definitely five or over. But, oh boy. I think the big thing from this fight was, firstly, Muhammad Yahya had mad heart. I mean, secondly, I don't know if he had any fundamentals, right? Because, I mean, maybe it's because, he got rocked right away. But his guard, oh my God, his guard was constantly down. Like every time he threw kicks, his guard is down, right? And he's throwing naked kicks constantly. It's just like, yo, after getting rocked once, you'd think, after getting rocked twice, you think definitely, all right, let me, you know what I mean? Let me put my motherfucking hands up, right? No. Now, as I said, some of that could be because he was just dazed, right? I don't know if he was, in this fight technically. This could have been all autopilot for him. I don't know. But it was insanity. That's what that was. Now, it wasn't clear sailing for Nugent, right? There are definitely mad takeaways he needs from this fight. Firstly, you've got someone that injured, you should be able to finish it, right? Whether you're keeping someone down, ground and pound, you go for a sub, right? Because he's got submissions. And Oliveira's done that many times. Rock someone with the hands, sub them, with his jits. So you think of a better way to finish a fight. Also, it's, I think it's stamina. Because in the second round, it was clear that Nugent was a little, he was getting a little bit, he slowed down a bit. I mean, again, the pace of this fight, right? The way he was throwing himself in it, you kind of get it. But it throws up problems because the big thing for Nugent And don't get me wrong, he was good. He was definitely good in this fight, right? Exciting as fuck. He got rocked. He got a little reckless, right? Just because you're thinking, I've got this fight, man. Motherfucker's dead. Dead in the water. So Nugent comes in, hands down, and he gets rocked, which was insanity. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the second round. You thinking it's over. You're thinking Yaya ain't got shit left in him. And then he rocks Nugent. And you're just like, it was funny because I think it's Bisbeen I don't know. It could have been Gooden or Felder. One of them, it was one of them. I mean, just out of the three, it could have been. Yeah, I mean, there's three people, so yeah, it was definitely one of them. But they were talking about, hey, imagine if he came back and then he lands a fucking shot and rocks Nugent. And Nugent was like, if Yaya was able to get some consistent shots off, he might have finished it, right? He might have finished it, but obviously he's still rocked, so he can't, right? But yeah, Nugent, always stay protected. Always stay protected. I mean, you have to be cautious as well because he got taken down a few times where it's just like he shouldn't have been taken down, right? You shouldn't have been taken down. I mean, at the end of the first round, he landed a right hand. And as Yaya was going down, he then landed a left. Oh, it was a lovely combination. It really was, right? And I don't even know how frustrating that must have been for Nugent because he landed some incredible shots and Yaya was still in it. And you must be thinking, what do I have to do, people? What do I have to do to put this motherfucker away, right? But we're in the second round. Right, yeah. Yaya rocks Nugent. But then Nugent gets his shit together. He lands a shot. Right, he's still a little bit rocked. But the minute he then rocks Yaya again, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Everything just tunnel vision. He's back. He's back in it. And that allows him to seal the deal, land the shots. And yeah, I mean, the ref, it was done, right? This fight was done. You know? The eye was horrible. Right? That eye was disgusting. It was like insane. Insane. And look, I get Herzog wanting to give, Yaya, the home fighter, right? The ability to go out on his shield, right? The ability to be like, listen, I want to show how much heart I have. But yeah, this fight should have been stopped. Right? And the big thing as well, right? People are talking about Herzog not stopping the fight. I would also say Yaya's corner should have thrown in the fucking towel. Right? His corner should have also fought to get that fight stopped. Because they're meant to be protecting him. And yes, he did land the shot in the second to rock Nugent. He did do that for sure. But come on now, he wasn't winning that fight. At no point was he winning that fight. So it's just like, if you're in that corner, you should be like, yo, we need to protect our boy so he can come back, because I don't know how many years that took off him, but that fight most definitely has taken something out of Muhammad Yahya. It really fucking has, you know? Like, the fact that he survived the second round is insane, you know? But yeah, you knew that he wasn't coming out for the third, right? You just knew, because that eye was shut. You know, he'd just taken so many big shots. But, you know, if they didn't throw the towel in, they should have been, it's over, right? It needed the doctor to be like, it's over, but the corner should have been, yeah, I think it's done. I think there's no way you're going out, right? So, yes, we can definitely say something about Herzog, but I think we also have to talk about the corner, you know what I mean? So, our sole ladies fight of the night, the strawweights, Amanda Ribas, because it's Brazilian and the R is a H, right? Against Tabitha Ricci. Woo! This was another fun fight, right? This was another fun fight. Now, Tabitha Ricci is so fucking short, right? She's great. She's great. But she is short. She did a really good fucking job to start off getting inside. Really good job getting inside. You know? Because Ebas has got the reach and everything, but Richie got in, landed good shots. Was really doing her thing at the start of the round. Now, towards the end of the first round, you could see that Hebas had kind of got her range. Was doing a lot better from distance, landing kicks and a jab, you know? Definitely doing that. And man, she landed a really good judo throw, right? Really good judo throw, you know, at the start. But we go into the second, and what is always really great, right, is I think the coaches, you know, when we can hear them give advice during the rounds, and when they say something and we see the fighter implement that thing, that's always, because firstly, right, it's that great little bit of insight. Be like, oh shit, they're doing what they, you know. Secondly, you can see that someone is coachable, right? So you can see that then they're going to be able to adapt, which is always a good thing to see. There's the amount of times you watch a fight and a fight, it's not going well, but they cannot change a thing. And even when the corner's like, yo, you need to, and they're still doing the thing they started doing, and you're scratching your head like, what is happening here, right? So the fact that Richie took on that advice and was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Because starting around, Hebas, again, kicks, jab, doing that all well. But the minute Richie gets inside, right? She clinches up, gets Hebas to the fence, and then bop, elbow, lands a big elbow. Right? She'd landed some small ones, she'd grazed, but she connected with this elbow, and you could see Hebas, not a fan. It was like, I'd rather you didn't do that, please, right? And I don't know if Richie got a sense of, you know, the way Hebas's body was moving or contracted from that first big connection. Or if she's just been like, yo, I'm in this position. My coaches said to elbow. Look, I connected with one. Let's try for another one. Because she landed a second elbow and Hebas just crumpled. She crumpled. Now the slow motion shows that the elbow, the point of the elbow landed right on the eye socket, and goddamn, that's definitely gonna hurt. Definitely gonna hurt. But Hebus just crumples. Richie landed a few extra. Referee is done. And Baby Shark gets another big victory. It was a vicious ending, man. Those elbows were like, yo. Because, again, you straight away saw what they did. You know what I mean? There was no delayed react. It was instantaneously like, that is a nasty elbow. And boom, Tabitha Ritchie gets the win. And people, that's Crash Bang Wallop, baby.